What is up, guys? This is CappingTV coming at you live back here at GIC Esport Arena. We are here for the LAN Downunder 2023. Big thanks to our sponsors, Marketplace.tf. I'm joined here with Posse Almonds, just temporarily till Heebs gets into the building. But how are you going, man? How was last game? What was going down?
Doing good. Round 4 was really interesting. A lot of humongous plays by both the demos.
Yeah.
A little bit confusing at times, but it was super close. A lot of clutch plays by a lot of the players.
Yeah.
Everyone played super duper well.
Yeah. And how did the scores turn out? I believe it was like 3-1 or something like that. So it was looking really close at a few times, but then it sort of like went back, yeah.
A little bit unfortunate. There were just a couple of failed Ubers into the last push, which prevented them from winning the game.
Yeah.
But it was so close, man. So many times where the point was just like this close to being capped.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's shattering, really but this LAN, we have seen some of the closest games this LAN out of all the LANs of the history of TF2 LANs in Australia. So, it's really good to see, we got some, super stacked teams rocking up, some old school Prem players rolling through the doors and just messing stuff up. And we finally have the man himself, Heebs. How are you? Yep. We're doing great. We're just waiting for some intel on the next match. And I believe that's the mic, that's the headset there. We'll leave that for the minute and we'll rotate you around once that comes through. Oh, you'll be back? Oh, okay. All right, no worries. Okay, so actually, you know what? Let's do it like this. I'll get up. You go there. No, leave that. Leave that mic. We're improvising, ladies and gentlemen. Don't worry. We're improvising. Yeah, he'll get the headset on. And so, Heebs, it has been almost 3 or 4 years since that legendary game that we casted, Gnome Zone versus Royal Flush. I don't know.
I don't remember
the other team, but we remember Gnome Zone because they're always a crowd favorite amongst us intermediate main players. I'm open at best these days, but
Prem.
Yeah, Prem. Yeah, Prem at least. I'm double Prem.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's been Heebs and I a few years back. It was one of the first legendary CappingTV casts. It was the come up game for both of us. Sort of made our name with the casting, and it's great to be back here. I'm meeting this guy in the flesh for the very first time. I met him 5 minutes ago. So really cool stuff here at the LAN Downunder 2023. Still waiting on intel for the next game, so we don't actually know who's playing next, but we know that there are some people playing.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Great to be here. I'm very apologetic for being late earlier, but I'm here now and I'm ready to cast. Should be a good game.
You're here now, and that's all that matters. So
that's all that matters. No, should be good. Yeah. I don't remember much about the players in that game we casted, but I just remember having an absolute blast. So
Hipster went off. Crybaby was
that's true.
He just turned the jets on and just absolutely just started destroying everybody. It was nuts.
Yeah.
They were down a few rounds and then they just got 3 rounds in 3 minutes or something.
Yeah.
So,
okay, it's coming back to me now. Yeah, but that was a great match.
Yeah.
So I think we should be starting soon.
We should be, hopefully. So before we get into the final games of today, we will take a break so our gamers can gather themselves before the play-ins. That's not for a few rounds though. So we still have, I believe, one more round after this one of just regular stuff, and then of group stage stuff, and then the play-ins will happen. And this is the first LAN as well where we've opted for this double bracket elimination where we actually start with play-ins and then quarterfinals, which is good because it means if you had a couple rough games, you didn't install your config correctly, you don't have your DPI wasn't right, then it doesn't really matter because you can still bring it back and have a comeback in play-ins. Yeah,
100%.
Which is, I think that's the smart way to do it. I don't know why Oz Fortress doesn't do it like this. I don't know. I'm sure there's a reason for everything, hey, but...
Yeah, I think it's definitely better for the players because it does allow you to have that blanket of I had a bad game, But in terms of an entertainment perspective, you could argue that OzFortress maybe wants those upsets. But I think you're going to get good TF2 either way. So
Yeah, and it helps edge out the closer teams, to
100%,
get some closer games. And, the finals as well, WG being the favourites for this tournament, but we've also saw like a horse, or the Redcoats team. They were doing, they've had some really good games, and I think they could definitely contest some of the stuff. Like some of the stronger players like Cookie and Lau from WG, which hopefully, like for the first time in a few years, we will actually have a close grand final for a TF2 LAN, which is rare these days, especially over in NA. It's just Froyotech's been. They've actually, speaking of Froyotech, they've sort of had a couple rocky past couple seasons. I think since Habib left the squad, and
it's been a while. I was talking about this earlier. I'm sort of out of the loop on a lot of what's going on, but Froyotech, I'm sure will find their touch again. But in the meantime, Australian Team Fortress is booming, I think. Like you were saying, Witness Gaming, very, very strong roster. You'd be hard-pressed to not have them as pretty heavy favourites, but there are a few teams with some really good players, and players like Redcoat as well. Like, he brings an experience to his team as well, gives good calls, can sort of, not micro, but like guide his team in a way that, we could see some really exciting matches come out from then. I think Protein Farts as well also have some very good players, and I'm not just saying that because I'm currently living with them.
So do you live? Are you like housemates with them?
No, like
just Airbnb. Oh, right. Okay. Okay. Yeah, Protein Farts are the Kalski team, I believe.
Yeah. Raylan, Kalski, Fane, Dork, and that's a really strong team.
Yeah. Let's read through the chat quickly. Okay, so we got Fix My Buys now, so you have real observing. Jay, bro said Habib. Yeah, sorry, Australian accent. I'm a bit weird with it. Jay is back on Froyo. Yeah, I did hear that. Banny posted on Twitter, so maybe it's over again. I still don't think they're going to be as strong with Habib or whatever you want to call him. You get this shirt. This is a Fox Racing motocross shirt. So if you want to get it from like MX Store, if you live in Australia, there was like a sale that they were doing, so I got like 3 of those. Shout out to Just Jazz, by the way. He was in the chat earlier. I forgot to say hi to him. But yeah, so that's your chat reading right there. You get one of these shirts at MX Store. We just have word of who we are cutting. It is going to be Kitties, Eepy Kitties versus Pipelin6. So let's have a look through and see who is going to be doing these games. Pipelin6, if we can. Yeah, we're working with pen and paper here, ladies and gentlemen, the old school.
So we got Pipelin6. Are we doing rosters?
Pipelin6, yeah.
So you got Pipelin 12, Flare, MG, Freaky, User, and Zerk.
Yep.
I do know those people, so...
User's pretty good. He's pretty strong demo.
Yeah, I've heard, yeah. MG's been around a while. He should bring some experience as well.
And then EP Kitties. Oh, okay. So you got Kowalski on Combo Scout, Mint, Flank Scout, Pride on Pocket Soldier, Cobra demo. Now, Cobra. Yeah, that Cobra, a lot of experience with the Smazza, Rainer roster that Cobra used to play on for many years. I'm not sure if he still plays with them in the regular Odds Fortress season, but Cobra is an outstanding demo. He's matured so much over the years and really, really just improved. So Cobra brought the hype last year. WG did they versed WG in the double elim, and they lost, but Cobra he kind of kept his team together. It would have been a much bigger role and a much faster 5-0 if it wasn't for Cobra on that side. So
100%.
That's just something important to mention. But
I do remember Cobra. Yeah, he's starting to have been around a while. I think in that sort of prem level of TF2. Solid demo. I think he played Highlander as well.
Yeah, I think he came from Highlander, and he was one of those players that I swear there's like a select few players that they sort of play like a season of like open or main, and then they just go straight to prem. It's like, whoa, how did you guys get you come back after 6 months, and it's like, you're like, what?
It's like,
this
wait
guy's
a minute.
in prem now? How? I was like, when I was grinding, I could barely get out of open. How's this guy managed to just move straight to prem? But nevertheless,
of MGE.
Yeah.
For all those at home, just grind MGE. Great advice.
Yeah. So we should be seeing some good stuff from him. Kowalski, he's I've seen his name around. Pretty good scout. I'm not too sure with these other players. I haven't heard much of Pride and Mint and also the few of the side of our Pipelin6, MG, Freaky, User. Yeah, they're the players I'm a little bit more familiar with. If I had to pick a team to... It's hard. This is going to be looking like a pretty close game, but I would say Pipelin6 at this stage is maybe going to edge them out, but it's too early to tell.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah. No, I've been, like I said, I've been out of it for a bit, so I'm hoping everything comes back to me. I'm sure it will. You know, you get back into the groove.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Start analysing the game.
It's like writing.
Yeah.
I haven't casted in over a year. I came back and it was just
You're just natural. That's
straight into it, man. Yeah.
Yeah. It should be a good game. I'm looking forward to it. Is there anyone here other than sort of Kowski and Cobra that we've talked about that you're going to keep your eye on?
Oh, from the other teams?
Yeah.
A big talking point for me, this obviously on WG has been Silvo. Now, Silverdocs, like that guy has gone absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
He's crazy off LAN, he's crazy on LAN, and it's really rare to see players actually they can transfer their skills over well.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's a great player. He's insane DM, smart player. He's one of those players that just get under your skin though as well.
Yeah. Because you played in Prem for a little bit.
Yeah,
so.
He just walks at you and shoots, and that's when you get to a certain level of ability, that's all you need to do, really. You know.
Absolutely. Well, so we have got an info that there's a slight delay. Apologies about that, ladies and gentlemen. But don't go too far from your seats because we're just going to be tossing to a quick break, but we will be right back. See you soon. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here at the LAN Downunder. Apologies for the delay on the 2023 iteration of this local area network tournament for Team Fortress 2. But we are back and we've got the upcoming game, Eepy Kitties versus Pipelin6. Should be a really close game between the two teams. I just spoke to User before. He's like, man, Goose, I'm going to bring the hype for you. I know you're a demo main. I know you love demo mains. So hopefully he brings it, man. I'm looking forward to it,
Oh, dude, I'm so keen. So keen to get back into it. Watch the game.
Ages.
Yeah, it's been a while, but like you said, just comes back like riding a bike. And I'm super keen. Find the analysis.
It's always good to get back on the mic, you know. Like I was really nervous last year. I was even nervous like in the build up to this year, getting back onto the, getting on the hot microphone. But once you're here and you sort of like start speaking, it all just like flows back naturally to you. That's what we were saying before. Like it's once you learn how to cast, you can never really forget. You just it's good.
And Tiff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Take a look at that game and. So much sometimes.
Yeah. I wish I still had time to play. Like sometimes I think it's really tempting. Like I'd love to go back for a season or even go back for a pug. But man, even like finding pugs and
they change the pug servers every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I wish we had like a proper matchmaking system that would like just let us like
bring back Tier 2 Center.
Yeah, man, Tier 2 Center was the tits back in the day, and it looks like we are going live here, ladies and gentlemen. We're at the LAN Downunder 2023. This is Pipelin6 versus Eepy Kitties, and we are on CP Foundry for this one. I think it looks like. I have never seen this map before. But
I haven't either.
So it's a completely new one for you. It's a completely new one for me, and we are straight into action. It looks like Pipeline 12 going to be diving straight in, trying to get on the combo. Ray will pick out combo. That's a demo down on the side of Eepy Kitties. A couple players falling, but Pride and Mint managing to pick up MG and Freaky there. The demo almost dies. Ray is going to be picking up Medi as well, and a convincing mid for Pipelin6 with both scouts up, Flare and Zerk. They just managed to close that one out, Heaps.
Yeah, that was a very good mid, a very fast paced mid. I felt like they went straight into it. Like even you got there, you got the bombs going off straight onto the medic, the scout crossing the point. Everyone hitting their shots. If that's anything to go by, this should be a really good match.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So I think now this puts Eepy Kitties in a position where, the Uber adds the same. They're going to be backed onto their second, and they're going to... So it looks like Pipelin6, they're in a position to build. There's like maybe 1% or 2 add. So let's just call it even. User's going to be poking through, trying to get trying to set something up, but I think it's going to be looking like a soldier bomb coming in through or something.
Yeah, I think that's what they're going to set up for here. I haven't, like I said, I'm not too familiar with the map, so I wonder if it'll probably be a double bomb, I imagine. Send both these soldiers through, try look for a force, work out an advantage. Looks like we got a bit of a fight here between the two roamers, I believe.
Yeah, a bit of a flank.
Yeah,
bit of an argument there, but they
just trying to shoulder each other.
Back off. They don't really commit to the full debate. Flusher's going to be picking up Medi just on the flank there. So, you know, that's kind of cool. There's a bit of action for you there on this this stalemate. A bit early for a stalemate. Some of the games this series have been so fast, and Cobra and Chaoski actually going to be picking up Flusher and MG as well. So Eepy Kitties just sort of creeping their way back in here. Pipeline's going to be big on a Cobra. Hitting a direct rocket. Ray's going to be cleaning him up. Mid's going to be responding onto Pipeline 12. And now Slayer. Oh, and the Ubers do come out on the side of both teams. Eepy Kitties just they're going to be looking a little bit worse in the post fight. Flair's going to be trying to clean up this scout, but that looks like Eepy Kitties back into their choke. Flusher will pick up Medi once again. And, but 3 down on the side of Eepy Kitties. So they did not look strong there in the post fight, Heaps.
No, they kind of collapsed. And, you know, like they had such a good start as well. I think they picked up the 2 picks. Looked like everything was going their way. And then, yeah, just kind of fell apart from them in the post Uber. Well done from the red team. Wait, was it?
It was the blue team.
Blue team, yeah. Well done for the blue team to sort of collect themselves better there. In those situations, you want to be the first to sort of ball up. It looks like we have a huge bomb into the medic right now, and you're just going to pick up Glenn Musk. I don't know how that's happened. That's some really poor coordination on red team there. Get absolutely punished for being too far forward. And it looks like blue team just walking onto second here. Red team are 4 players down, and they should be able to just take this to last.
Yeah, that was an insane bomb from you.
Oh my god!
You're absolutely cleaning everybody up with the trap there. Don't get too enthusiastic, Pipelin6, because you need to watch out. Cobra is up and on the traps, and now this leaves Eepy Kitties with a chance to pick something up. Chaoski and Medi picking up 2 as well. Just completely salvaging that out of nothing, Heaps. What was that?
They should not have won that. I don't know what went wrong there. They didn't check their traps. That's very unfortunate. Looks like a great trap from Cobra there, just on the top of the undercroft. And yeah, that's just completely swung the game in the opposite direction here. Now red team are in a very strong position to push through to take black, mid or second? Midpoint here.
So it looked like it was going to be around there for a second.
Yeah, that should have been around. We should have been.
It just wasn't going to be. And so now I think we're sort of in a situation where we're back on mid. The soldier bombs are coming out.
No.
A little airshot there coming out. MG's going to be getting onto Glen Musk. Mid will be getting MG. User getting Medi as well. So that is going to be 3 players down in total. The medic has fallen on the side of Eepy Kitties. This is looking like a disastrous mid fight for him. User bringing in the damage as well. Pipeline and Flusher and Ray cleaning up the rest.
Ray.
And Pipelin6 just looking so strong once again, Heaps.
Yeah, they just look like they're more composed. They know what they're doing in those situations. That's 2 failed attempts to push out of second there for red team. Just leaving their medic, I think, a bit too exposed. I'm not sure if that's a positional issue or maybe the combo scout needs to stick a bit closer, but that's twice in a row that blue team just gone straight onto red medic. Here we do have a last push in, though, and it looks like Zerk's taking the Uber, and he's going to come in through the right-hand side, start playing the point now. We got the post Uber heavy. That's going to be a really strong position for the red team here, because post Uber, you know, you got to deal with that heavy in the Uber, otherwise you can wave goodbye to winning the round. And it looks like that's exactly what happened here. They came in through right side. I don't think they had great target focus on any one player. They sort of walked in, didn't get much done with the Uber. They let the red team get back into their spawn, change out to heavy, and that was basically all she wrote for that round.
But now he'll Pipelin6 on a massive bomb onto Glen Musk. My God! Somebody stop this man. He was getting insane. Soldier Bomb. Kowski will pick him up in the end, but it doesn't matter because the medic is down for Eepy Kitties. They just keep losing their med-heaves. I can't handle this.
Third time in a row. The same thing. I said it before. They're not keeping their medic alive in their pushes out from second point, and it's just costing them so much. They get themselves into such a good position, and they throw it away by losing their medic. I'm not sure. I think their scout needs to play a bit closer to their medic, but I also think just the entire team needs to be more on top of making calls and watching for those cheeky soldier bombs.
Absolutely, yeah. I think they're not paying too much great attention to the flank. And CP Sultry is the map. As I say that, the Uber does come out onto User with a big demo bomb. This time, the focus is onto the heavy. Ray and User picking up 2 on the back of Ray. This is all Ray and User. Cobra's going to get 2 kills, but it's not going to be enough. And MG getting 2 on the back of that. First round for Pipelin6, getting 1 on the scoreboard for CP Sultry. An excellent series.
Yeah, they made the necessary adjustments there. They dealt with the heavy and the Uber. User did a really good job of focus firing him down, and then Red Team just couldn't defend, and some really good bombs from MG at the end there. Got them their first round, and here we are on the next mid here. Huge bomb out from Medi, straight onto User. He's going to go down. Red Team in a really strong position now. They should be able to win this mid fight if they play their cards correctly. MG straight onto the medic. He gets spotted out though. Now takes down 1 with him. That's a huge job from MG. He should have been killed very fast, and it looks like, well, it looks actually pretty even so far. We've got another bomb from Pipeline onto Kowski. He's going to go down. Pipeline's got the medic just to chase now. Looks like Red Team are going to lose their medic again, and Blue Team will take the mid.
Yeah, that was a very, very early bomb. I think they did lose their mid. Pipelin6 losing User very early on there, but it sort of prompted them to respond with this big, just sack wave of everything, and they just managed to clean everybody up, which was insane.
This is just incredible aggression, just non-stop. Like, I don't know if that's the map or these 2 specific teams, but it just feels like I can't even catch my breath before there's another soldier bombing the medic or a demo or
constant action. And we always said we love casting these sort of like mid-tier teams.
Oh, the chaos,
because there's just so much more chaos. They're just so much more willing to just get in there. As I say that, look at this from MG getting 2 lovely rockets. Kowski will pick off Pipelin6 and Medi. Uber is up for both sides right now. Both are 2 down, so they could opt for the trade here. It depends which team is in the better position. Looking like Pipelin6 have a little bit better of a height advantage. They're sort of in a, the choke point seems to favor them, but they're going to actually opt for the reset because the spawners will be favoring the Kitties. So.
Oh, 100%. No, they made the correct decision there. Both teams are down 2 soldiers. When you're on the attack, you want to wait for your players because Red Team, they don't have to roll out anywhere. But yeah, so it looks like we're going to go back into a stalemate here. We do have a sniper coming out from Pride. Do we have anything on Blue Team? I don't believe so.
I'm not sure. So
I wonder if that'll
change.
change.
First off class of the game. He's going to be seeing if he can get a pick here. Nothing too much. Takes a little pop shot at the soldier. Pipelin6 is sort of in here. He's going to be going big. 50 odds of Cobra. Could he get something close? Can anyone get the clean up onto him? Flusher will be picking up Minton, Ray, and Kowski. There's some crumbles on the side of Red. Look at the collapse. Look at Ray. Look at the scout work on the side of Blue. Uber's come out for both teams, but the player advantage is in favor of Pipelin6. Can Eepy Kitties hold on for their spawners? I'm not sure if they can, Eeps, with User creating the damage, and that's going to be another round on the scoreboard for Pipelin6, slowly but surely going in the way of their favor there, Heaps.
Yeah, that was played really well by Blue Team there. They went in for the double sack. They got in pretty much unannounced, and then User just kind of followed his team in afterwards and got them to in a really solid position to where basically the round was already over before the Ubers were popped.
Yeah.
And we're on to our 3rd mid-fight here.
Yeah, so mid-fight now, another bomb on the soldier, this time unsuccessful. Ray's going to be picking up Medi. Medi's soldier bombs have been deadly so far, but it didn't work out for him that time. Mid is going to be picking up Pipelin6 and Cobra going to be picking up MG as well. This could be a promising mid for the Kitties right here. User is still up and causing the havoc, the carnage, the Flusher and User and Ray just cleaning everybody up again. Just, it was looking good for a second there, but they just didn't manage to quite, get it.
Yeah, User adjusted really well in that mid-fight there. He played a bit further back, waited for his team to get to him. So that early aggression bomb from Medi wasn't successful at all this mid. And they were basically able to start the mid already with a player advantage. And from there, they just kind of snowballed. They definitely look like... Oh my... Wait.
It looks like that for a second. He didn't hit the shot.
No, wait.
But wait, no, Freaky did die. What? We completely missed that.
Medi had a bomb. I just saw the kill feed. And he's just, was that a drop?
I think it might have been a drop. I mean, it might have been. Yeah, I'm not sure. But regardless of it, Medi is going to be pursuing Pipelin6 with a kill onto him. Flusher is going to be taking down Medi. Now Kowski with the response onto Ray. Look, Pipelin6 losing a few players here. Eepy Kitties could push forward. They're only missing Medi. They've got a heavy, so They're on last. They need to just sort of kind of get out there. They're going to be rolling back into second, I believe. And yeah, it looks pretty safe for them.
That was a huge play from Medi there. Basically swung the favour back into his team's favour after what looked like was probably going to be a third round for Blue. So he's done a huge job there getting onto the medic. Out of nowhere as well. I didn't even see the position he came from. I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't even get a glimpse of that.
We got
he just came out of nowhere, and the Uber is out on the side of Eepy Kitties. They didn't really manage to get too much. Just Pipelin6, so it's just a soldier. Medi's going to be going in for a big bomb in the post fight, but you know, Eepy Kitties, they need to be careful because, you know, Pipelin6, they can come right back in with full Uber advantage.
He should get him.
And that's going to be huge onto user. Mint just managing to clean him up, so there is going to be no demo man for this fight, Heaps.
Oh no, yeah, no, that was some poor communication on the side of Blue there. I'm not sure how user got so separated from his combo, but he kind of like just walked in by himself with no support, and Mint just picked him up. And honestly, like they had such a big Uber advantage that shouldn't really be happening. But you know, red team are on the attack now. We had it. Wait,
there was a little back cap going.
Yeah, there
on
was
for
an
a second
back cap. That was exciting.
It was very close. It was by a hair, by the hair of a flea. They almost got it, but unfortunately, so you've got a few plays behind right now. Cobra going to be trying to make the damage, bring the carnage. Yeah, Pipeline going to be onto him. Can he get the rocket? MG's going to be getting 2 in 1. A triple treat for a sensational side right here. Ladies and gentlemen, my goodness, Pipelin6, anytime it starts to not go their way, they just pull something out of their hat and they're just right back in town. I don't know how they're doing it. And they're going to be just be able to go straight into last with 95% Uber advantage, practically full ad right here.
Oh, we got a bit of a flank fight here. Who's going to win that one?
Not too sure. Looks like Flair
he's chasing you on 17. That's dangerous.
Very, very close. And the Uber does come out on the side of Pipelin6. I think they sort of did a bit of an early Uber. They're just keeping him boxed in right now, just straight up bullying. He's going to house Satsuichi onto him, and that's it. That's 3-0. Pipelin6 looking so strong.
Those are very convincing rounds. You can definitely tell that Pipelin6 just look like the much more familiar team. They all know what they're doing. They're all supporting each other. There's no random fights going on. It looks like Flusher came in with the Uber there, picked up a few kills himself. That's what you want out of your combo scout, and that's just like clinical, I think, from Blue team there.
Absolutely. So now we've got Medi. He's having trouble with these soldier bombs.
Oh, we got a bomb here onto the demo.
Oh, MG's going to be getting in again with Pipeline. These double soldier bombs are deadly on the side of Pipelin6. Ray's going to be picking up Mint as well. Pipelin6 looking like, he's behind. He's behind here. Is he going to be able to get onto the medic? Oh my god, this could be huge. He's going to be at the medic as well. Glenn Musk is going to fall. Is he going to pick up the scout? Oh no, it was the soldier. My apologies. Pipeline 12 just pulling up everyone right there, just picking everybody off. That was a huge play from him.
Pipeline soldiers are doing an absolute shift right now. MG and Pipeline both together, basically 2v6 that entire mid, and they're just going to roll straight into last. We got user spawn camping, and they're just like picking up players. This should be an easy round.
They've just turned the Jets on. It's not over yet though. There's some damage being made, but they didn't manage to touch the point of nothing. 4-0, man. Like, I swear the first 2 rounds was just like very like laid back.
Yeah.
Kind of like you would have thought like, oh, these are 2 pretty evenly matched teams.
Yeah, no, I thought.
Pipelin6, they've just turned the bloody Jets on here. I don't know what's going on.
They've got the much better chemistry at the moment. It was so chaotic. I think we missed it. Eepy Kitties ran a sniper to mid. I'm not sure if that was a strategical decision or a rage decision, but it didn't work out. So they've gone back to the normal 6. And we got a huge bomb from MG again, just getting straight onto Glenn Musk. He's going to go down. MG's not even get killed for his troubles, which means he's free to stay alive and keep fighting. I don't know what's going on here. Man, I wish I could give greater insight into the map, because it just feels like I don't know if this is a team thing or if the soldier bombs on those mids.
I think this map, being a different map, it just like it sort of shakes some of the less experienced teams up a bit more. They probably don't practice them as hard.
Yeah, I think that must be it.
They sort of just like ride them off in their scrims a bit more. They think like, oh, we're going to lose that one anyway, or everyone's bad on that map. But Pipelin6 seem to like really know what they're doing on this. It seems like they've memorized all the call-outs. Like they've got them written down the back of their hand while they're just gaming with their mouse. You can just see the call-outs on their hand and on the mouse and keyboard. So we've got a reset. Eepy Kitties, they are 1 point away from losing this match. They do have a slight Uber ad, thankfully, so it's not quite over. Cobra's going to be poking through, trying to get something here. There are players just waiting. There's a lot going on, and the Uber does come out. Cobra is going to be trying to make some damage. Pride will be picking up User as well. Mint's going to be out in the back. Soldier almost goes down, and Smoked does pick him up in the end. Kowalski, sorry. Flusher is going to be replying back onto Medi, but the Uber does now come out from Pipeline6, and Eepy Kitties need to get out of here, Keeps. They need to run away.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they saw with the Uber. I thought maybe they thought they were closer, but they've made an error in their decision making, because that's round 5, I think.
And that is it. That is 5-0. A very, very strong and convincing game from Pipeline6. Just really really cooking the rice there, building the chemistry. Like, everything was just flowing so well.
Yeah, I think that's the most chaotic 5-0 I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like, just full of like soldier bombs, demo bombs even, scouts running wild. Like, yeah, I don't know. It looks like Pipeline were the much more cohesive team, and I think that's what it came down to, really. Maybe a bit of the experience from MG shining through there as well. He had some huge bombs, both on mid and last, just everywhere, really.
Yeah.
Red team, Eepy Kitties definitely need to work on keeping their medical alive a bit more, keeping their combo more together.
It didn't seem like a DM problem. Like,
no,
both the teams actually look pretty well matched in DM. Like, the players that were 100%. Coming out, it's like, I know the logs don't reflect it very well, but like, by the way some of the players were like, the shots that some of the Eepy Kitties were hitting, they were good shots. You know, Cobra was really putting in a lot of work as well, but he actually got more damage than User that game. But
yeah, Cobra put
I think the team coordination just wasn't there for Eepy Kitties.
Yeah, yeah, I'd say the same. I saw it a couple times. The combo just got split up, picked apart by Pipeline6 players, and that just ended up being, you know, the issue, the Achilles heel of Eepy Kitties. That, and also multiple failed attempts to push through onto mid from second. I think three in a row losing your mid, pushing out onto mid definitely needs to be worked on.
Yeah. Probably, look at Zerk as well, of Ray, I think it was like 19 and 3.
That's insane.
19 and 3. If you're not happy with that, I don't think you'll ever be happy with anything.
Yeah,
like that is, I don't think a scout, and 5k damage as well. Yeah, that's 21 and 2. Okay, sorry, I didn't even see that from Flair. So it wasn't just one scout having a good carry game. It was 2 scouts having a fantastic game.
100%.
Yeah, very, very convincing statistics for
anytime you have a soldier going 15 and 8 as well, you know, like twice as many kills as deaths on soldier, you know they're in the driver's seat for that game.
Yeah, and looking at the deaths, so Glenn Musk dying just 3 more times than Freaky. So Freaky also getting the 11 assists as well. So I think that says a lot, you know, that he's staying alive with his combo more, and just, you know, his combo's picking people off and he's getting those assists. So that's a good indication that, you know, your med is staying alive and well. And, you know, it might only be 3 less deaths. You might think, oh, you died just as much, but those 11 assists mean the whole world. That is the difference between night and day, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. And the healing stats right now. So yeah, Glenn Musk, I think the stats are... Oh no, yeah, the stats are swapped around. So I think Freaky getting... there we go, it's fixed up on the screen. Thank you very much, Mitch. So we have 17k with 6 heals, 1,092 heals a minute. Charges, 4 medigun charges at 100%. Interestingly, Pipeline6 getting more charges. Yeah, they did get more charges there. So, and that sort of like was able to draw out the game with that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think from the healing stats, both teams healing their pocket scout the most, which, you know, is pretty standard practice. Cobra getting 25% heals. Or was it? Yeah, Cobra. So
we got User in the background there. Shout out to User with the demo plays. Doing very well. Big respect, man. Big respect, man. Yeah, no, I don't think they can, but so, you know, and they seem so like coordinated with, like, you know, those first few Uber pushes, like Pipeline6, it was sort of like, oh, you know, these guys like sort of a bit too enthusiastic, but once they like calmed down and like collected themselves, it was like really, really good. And they just like every single push after that was just like balls to the wall, man.
Yeah, I think after that drop going into last from the Cobra Trap, I think they really sort of cleaned up their act a little bit, started checking for everything, and they had a lot of really successful Ubers in there, all targeting the right players, going for the heavy, killing the spawners, locking out the spawns, just a really confident adjustment in game from Pipelin6, so that's really good to see.
Yeah.
But I think Eepy Kitties, just a few minor adjustments, and they would be able to contest that game. They had quite a few plays, but they almost lost the game themselves in the sense that if they don't lose their medic like they did in a few times, you probably see a few last pushes from Eepy Kitties that could have turned into rounds, and just clean up a couple things, and that could be a much stronger team. And I think they'll do that. Solid game. Unfortunate it ended up so fast, but it's a fast-paced game.
It started a bit slow and mid-paced, but then it ended up going. At the end of it, Pipelin6 was strong. I do agree with what you're saying. They could, if Eepy Kitties, small few adjustments could make a world of difference. But regardless of all that, not yet. We actually have an interview coming in with Pipelin6 apparently. I think we're going to be getting User over here. If User wants to get over for an interview for Pipelin6, he can't hear me. Apologies about this, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, so we're not throwing it over just yet, but we're going to interview some of the players of Pipelin6 to see how they went. And I'm joined with Freaky here. How are you, mate? How's the game? Yeah, very good. Yeah, did you have fun? You had fun? Yeah. Yeah, absolutely, man, absolutely. And I think, it was so good to see. You guys started out a bit weak, but you had a few troubles with the last pushes, but after 2 pushes, every single push seemed so coordinated, and Heaps and I were just man, these guys have just turned the jets on. I don't know how they managed to do it, and your pops were insane. You got some good surfs in as well. So, are you happy with the outcome from your team?
Yeah, very happy with the outcome of the team. Yeah, with those last pushes, those first couple, I'd say 2 or 3.
Yeah.
We actually were just so fast. We needed to slow down.
Apparently the mic isn't working. Hello, testing, 1 2 1 2 1 2. Apologies on the live on the air at the LAN Downunder. So who's on the right? Yeah, that would be Heaps, my main man Heaps. Hello. And then this is Freaky here. And we got a few other boys from Pipelin6. Yeah, I think you guys are joining us soon. So what we'll do in the meantime is I'll just okay. So who am I joined with here? I'm joined with Zerk. How's that game for you, man?
It was. I feel like we were underrated coming into the matchup. I'll get in frame.
Yeah. Welcome to the stream, man. Have a seat, man. Have a seat. So how did that game go for you, Zerk? You were fragging out, dude.
Nah, I mean, to be honest, I think I have to give all the credit to Flair and Freaky.
Flair and Freaky?
And the whole of other...
all the boys, yeah?
I think it was definitely a team effort.
Is it definitely one of those ones you say full credit to the boys with?
Yeah, no, of course. And I don't just mean that just whatever.
Yeah.
I do mean that. And I think... Really, we were coming into this matchup underrated.
Yeah.
And we sort of used that motivation to take us that extra step and really show everyone else watching the stream that we're not underrated. We're a team to be reckoned with.
Yeah.
So
that's great to see, man.
Yeah.
And then your teammates as well. So I forgot you were playing Scout, flank Scout. Yeah. So man, you both the Scouts on your team, you guys had a really, really strong game. Both the KD was evenly matched, quite well. When I was looking at the stats, I was like, oh, that Scouts had an awesome game. It's no, both Scouts have had an amazing game, an outstanding game. And obviously you've got User, this guy bringing the demo man damage in town, for the Scouts to come and clean up. You say full credit to the boys. I'd say, man, full credit to the demos, but I'm pretty biased towards the demos, though. But yeah, so you guys having fun here? You enjoying the LAN and everything?
Oh, loving it.
You're loving it?
Great environment. Good to meet everyone. So yeah.
You enjoying the 5-ping frags, the 5-ping? I know the projectile players like the soldiers and the demos especially. They love the 5-ping pipes. 5-ping pipes are going good for you. Yeah. Yep.
This guy got 376 DPM on one of the other maps.
He got 376 DPM.
Yep, he's a beast.
All right. Well, let me throw over to let's see. So we still got some interviews going. We're not going in just yet. Don't go too far, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to be going to a dinner break before we get into the final games of today, so our gamers can gather themselves before the play-ins. Once again, don't go too far because we will be back soon, bringing you more games from right here at the GIC Arena. Thanks for tuning in so far, and we will see you shortly.